Well, it's Saturday. I am finally home from my travels, and it's a weigh-in day. So let's go see what damage was done on that scale while I was gone. So before I show you my weighing results, I want to let you know it's been 2 weeks since I have weighed in. Um, Last Saturday I was traveling, uh, and so there was no weigh in there. I wasn't at my son's and I wasn't around a scale. And the week before that is the Saturday morning that I left, and I left really, really early in the morning, and it wouldn't have been a proper weigh in. So I skipped that weigh in intentionally. And then I had thought maybe I would be home last Friday night, but that didn't happen. I didn't get home until Saturday night instead. So just want to let you know. So this weigh in reflects 2 weeks that I hadn't really been around a scale. So here we go. Well, I knew it wasn't going to be pretty. Let's talk about why I gained weight. Um, One thing that I learned hardcore while I was on vacation, while I was on spring break, something that I've known for a while, but it just kind of came home to roost. I am absolutely 100% addicted to carbs. They can be carbs in sweets, in breads, even in some foods. Um, I'm addicted to carbs. Potato chips, Cheetos, candy, rolls, high carb foods. Um, I'm addicted to carbs. And I also discovered that I start my morning out every single day with sugar. Not intentionally, but that fat free half and half that I've been clinging to for so many years, second ingredient on the list is corn syrup, sugar. I cannot metabolize sugar. So my weight has been climbing. Now, the good thing is I lost almost 100 pounds, and I've kept 50 of that off. I've lost over 50 pounds now and kept it off for a good number of years. That's the good thing because that's no small feat. But my weight has been climbing slowly but surely over the last 2.5 years because I allowed my sugar addiction to take over again, my carb addiction. Um, there was one day when I was gone that I didn't have any carbs at all. I didn't have any sugar. I didn't have any rolls. I didn't have any hidden carbs. I didn't have it in grains or anything. I had a no carb day where I strictly ate protein. It was not intentional. It just sort of happened. And when I looked back, because there was a difference even in the one day of how I felt. I felt better. I felt less bloated. Um, I didn't have any carbs that day. So I've decided to kind of go in a different direction for a while. Now, I am not giving up my Weight Watchers app. I am not, um, I'm still going to track just because I'm curious about that. I'm still going to keep track of my calories because I'm curious about that. But I have decided, at least for uh, the near term here, uh, I'm going to try this at least for a month. I'm not, I'm going to go no carb, which means I'm going on a protein diet, which I'm going to have high protein, larger amounts of fat. And if you go back to my videos, 2 or 3 years, I mentioned this, that when I added fat back into my diet, um, I started losing weight again. And I lost quite a bit of weight then. For some reason, I started eliminating the fats again, and uh, to an unhealthy level. And my weight loss has been non-existent. Sure, I've lost a few, 4 or 5 pounds here or there, but then I gain it right back as soon as I start eating carbs. So I understand that I have this addiction, and the best way for me to tackle this addiction is to not have anything with carbs. So today I started a no carb diet. I'm eating larger quantities of meat, chicken, fish, protein, uh, animal based protein. So that's what I'm going to be doing for the next few weeks anyway. And we'll see what happens. It could be it's going to bomb and I'm going to gain weight again and I'll go back to Weight Watchers tooth and nail again. But for now, Weight Watchers isn't what I need. The Weight Watchers program is not what I need right now. I have tried at it. I've been successful at it. There are things that trigger me into binge eating, and carbs is the main culprit. Once I start eating, like I can't have one cookie. I have to have 12 of them. I can't have one donut. I have to have 4 of them. I can't have one Twizzler out of a pack of Twizzlers. I need to eat the entire bag. Same with any kind of candy. You can't hand me a handful of M&Ms and not expect me to go back and eat the entire bag. I have an addiction and I cannot stop it. So, um, I've cleared out my apartment today of carbs. I've replaced it with animal-based proteins. So I have a freezer full of meat and chicken. Luckily, my local meat market had chicken sale going on today, so I went out and I got chicken. Not chicken breast. I bought chicken legs, because I want the fat content, as well as the protein content. Uh, so I'm all set. I have enough meat here for a month. Uh, so very few vegetables, and I think I'm going to be okay. Now, it could be that, tomorrow I'm going to be craving carbs. So I'm going to try to push through it. I no doubt will have carb cravings because I am so addicted to it. It's to the point where I see an ad on TV and all of a sudden I need to have that thing. A good example was the other night after I got home. I was tired. I was dog tired. I had driven all day long and I was not feeling the best. Um, so, but I saw an ad for cookies. I got in my car and went and bought a box of cookies. And I had half the box eaten by the time I got home. I have a problem. I know I have a problem, and this is the way I'm going to try to fix it for now. I don't want to, I don't want to take medicine for binge eating or stuff, but I know I have a problem. Food has become my safe place again, like it was a long time ago. Well, after Joe died, I turned to food. After Aaron died, I turned to food. And I'm there's no reason There's no drama in my life or trauma in my life to cause me to do that, other than the fact that I just have an addiction that I need to take care of. Otherwise, I'm going to gain that other 50 pounds back and I'm going to be right where I was. So I know that a lot of you who are my longtime subscribers, you might say, well, geez, she's off the rails. So now we're going to stop watching. And then that's your choice. But I'm telling you that I recognize I have a problem. And these are the steps I'm taking right now to try to fix the problem. So that's all I have to say. I'm disappointed in this weight gain, and I'm not surprised by it. I'm disappointed that it's gotten to this point. Beginning of the month I was doing pretty well. I was tracking everything, but I never gave up the carbs. Um, Even some of the light foods that I have been eating, like the light English muffins and the wraps and stuff, they all have carbs in them, and that's what I was always gravitating to. I wasn't eating the right nutrients. And so we're going to give this a try. Like I said, it could be I'm going to bomb and crash and burn, and then we'll be back. In the meantime, I'm still going to be tracking on my app. Uh, I expect to go over points every single day since I'm adding so much protein. But I'm going to, like I said, I'm still going to keep the Weight Watchers app going while I'm still kind of doing my own thing. So I'm not eliminating dairy completely. I'm eliminating uh, fat-free stuff and anything with sugar in it, anything with added sugars in it. So I switched this morning to my coffee to heavy cream instead of the fat-free half and half, because that doesn't have any. The heavy cream does not have any carbs in it. I measured it, and I am still measuring things. I'm still keeping track of how much I'm eating, uh, but I'm going to eat till I'm full, and then I'm going to stop. So I just wanted to let you know this was my weigh-in, and I've got to make some drastic changes, or like I said, I'm going to be back to where I was, and I don't want to do that again. So I am 66 days from heading out to Utah, and at least for the next 30 days, I'm going to try the no carb, higher protein, higher fat route and see how we go. Now, maybe I'll have a loss next week. I hope I do. Maybe I won't, but I'm going to give it at least 2 weeks and we'll see where we're at. Okay. For those of you that are sticking to Weight Watchers tooth and nail, I am behind you 100%. I just think some of the research that I've been doing lately, I think Weight Watchers needs to change their approach a little bit to help those of us that struggle so much. Do you ever wonder why we keep gaining the weight back? Do you ever wonder why people lose and then gain it back, or they don't lose at all? I do. Now, granted, sometimes we gain just because we're eating stupid. I gained on vacation because I can't say I was eating stupid. I was eating later at night because I didn't eat till my son got home from work, and he has like a routine where he gets, doesn't like messed up. So um, he would get home from work between 5:30 and 6, and then he'd go work out at the gym, and then he wanted to cook dinner, which I appreciated, and it was really, really good. But there were nights we didn't eat until between 8 and 9 o'clock at night, which is much, much later than what I'm used to eating. But, he was cooking it, he was buying it. That's all right. But we went out to eat a few times. Not every night, but there were a few nights we went out to eat. So I know that contributed a lot to my weight gain this past week. But this past week's not the problem. The, I have not been doing very well on Weight Watchers. A lot of it's of my own volition because I have not been as committed to it lately for some reason. And I don't know really what that reason is. I think maybe I'm suffering from diet fatigue. Um, I just know in my own mind I need to change things up a little bit. I need to, I need to shock my body into losing again. And maybe adding more fat and more protein is the thing to do it. So we'll see how this goes. And I guess that's really all I wanted to share with you today. I'll be back on here. You know, school year's starting to wind down a little bit, so I'm getting a little bit more relaxed, and I'm eating. I'm doing less stress eating. Let me say that. We've only got 8 more weeks of school left. I think we've got 7 weeks now of school left. So things are starting to wind down. I'm getting ready for my spring concerts and graduation, but it's a little easier now. The kids have the music, and we're doing rehearsals, and in a lot of ways, taking this job was good for me. In a lot of ways, it was not. Financially, it was a great move for me, but mentally and physically, it was not. Uh, and I will be glad when it's done. I'm looking forward to getting out to Utah and doing my job there. Uh, it's more of a stress-free environment. So anyway, that's my life right now. Starting to get the camper packed a little bit, and getting ready to get all that taken care of. So, okay, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. I will be back hopefully in a few days just to let you know, kind of give you a midweek update on how things are going with me. I weigh myself every day, so I know what the scale is going to do. I did not weigh myself every day when I was at my son's. And maybe that was part of the problem. Maybe that's why I was gaining because maybe I took the position, well, if I don't step on it, it's not going to matter. Or it'll still be okay. Obviously, it wasn't. So I welcome your comments, but my mind's pretty well made up that I'm going to do the no carb diet at least for the next few weeks. Okay, I'll talk to you guys soon. You have a great rest of your weekend. Stay safe out there. I know the wind here is blowing like crazy right now. Wind and rain, just lovely weather. Guys, have a great night. Bye bye.